What was the most racist rule at your school? My school had one rule everyone feared. Speak anything except English, and you're suspended. The principal believed English was the only language of success. One word in Spanish, Vietnamese, or Haitian Creole could cost you your future. For me, that rule was impossible. My grandmother lived with us and only spoke Spanish. She had a serious heart condition, and because my mom worked long shifts, I was her emergency contact. Every day, I carried my phone in silence, hoping it would never ring. For 2 years, I never broke the rule. If my grandmother called, I'd only answer with yes or okay. We even invented tapping codes so I wouldn't have to speak Spanish at school. Then one afternoon, everything changed. My phone wouldn't stop vibrating. When I answered, my neighbor was screaming in Spanish. My grandmother had collapsed. The paramedics couldn't understand which medication she needed or which one she was dangerously allergic to. There was no time to think. I ran through the hallway speaking rapid Spanish, translating between my neighbor and the paramedics. Minutes later, the doctor told me my translation had saved my grandmother's life. I thought that would be the end of it. The next morning, the principal played security footage of me speaking Spanish and handed me a suspension form. I explained that my grandmother had almost died. He looked at me and said, "Emergencies don't override school policy." I couldn't believe it. A suspension meant risking my scholarship and my future. Instead of giving up, I fought back. My counselor showed me the district's discrimination policy. My teacher admitted the rule was wrong. The hospital sent a letter confirming my translation had prevented a fatal medical mistake. Soon, other students came forward with their own stories. Families were living in fear because of the same rule. At the hearing, I handed the district representative the doctor's letter, along with statements from dozens of families. The room went silent. Days later, I received 1 day of suspension. But the district also launched an investigation into the English-only policy. A few weeks later, the school announced new emergency language exceptions and interpreter support for families. The principal never admitted he was wrong. Some classmates called me a troublemaker. Others thanked me. One student told me, "Because you spoke up, my parents aren't afraid to come to school anymore." That's when I realized something. Doing the right thing doesn't always protect you from consequences. But if staying silent means someone else keeps suffering, speaking up is always worth it. And every time I hear my grandmother laughing in Spanish, I know I made the right choice.